Vikings moving to our right on the radio dial and on your screen. Ledgers to the left, set to tip it up as Aird and Miller in the front of the big S, and the tip goes to the way. Ledgers of St. Mary Springs. Ottery across the timeline. They'll flip it over to Corey Neese. Back up top, Ottery. Springs moving to our left across the radio dial. That's away from us here on top of the ledge. Popping out is Tyler Wiesa. Wiesa now making his third consecutive start. Neese brings it to the elbow. Intercepted by Aird for the Vikings. Aird going for a 2-on-2 break down the lane, and he's up and in. That's Will Aird. He's got a basket for the Vikings, and they jump on your scoreboard first 2-0. Corey Neese touches it now, brings it inside the lane, kick it over to Ottery. Ottery trying the baseline with it. Aird steps out on him. Man-to-man set here for the actually zone look now. Corey Neese over the top, 3-ball, no go. Rebound taken by Belk inside. Foul is called. See the Vikings coming up with that 2-3 zone look on defense. They'll mix it up from time to time with that zone, with that man-to-man set with Jeremiah Hoffman. Foul was called on the Vikings, and that was on Will Aird. First personal, first as a team as well. 40 seconds in, 2-0 Bago. And Ottery to inbound it. Got to get it in. Finds Corey Neese in the corner. Neese now goes to Ottery. Ottery now touches it. Tyler Wiesa, ball fake, shimmy, shake it inside. Kicks it over to Ottery. Ottery now off the screen, spins his way up and under. Dumps it down low inside. Miller can't control. Comes away with it are the Vikings. Vikings will push ahead. Reeder touches it now. Looks over to McFarland. McFarland now to the corner is Will Aird. Aird now goes to Mitch McFarland. They reverse it over to Reeder, calling for a screen. They switch on the exchange there, dumping it down low. Nice ball movement inside. Good job by Mitch McFarland as Ryan Belk gets the assist on the play. 4-0 Winnebago Lutheran Academy, and Kyle Krieger's going to call a timeout. Talk to his defense. We'll take a timeout, just a 30-second timeout, just a 30. We're back after this on 96.1 TCX. Back to action here on top of the ledge. Corey Neese from the screen. He'll dish it over to Ottery on the left side of the wheel. Goes to Brendan Ottery back between the rings. Hands off to Tyler Wiesa inside the lane. Flips it over to Ottery. 4-0 Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Corey Neese has got the basketball now. Shims his way down the left side of the lane. Foul is called. And foul is called on WLA. And I think that's on Reeder. That is going to be his first personal foul. The team's second. These two teams split last year, each winning on each other's home court. Previous to that, Springs won 4 in a row. So Springs has won 5 out of the last 6 games against these Vikings. Ball fake by Wiesa, hands off Ottery inside the lane. Ottery over a double team scores. That's Colin Ottery. Colin Ottery on the season averages 7.7 a game. He's got 2 right here, 4-2 Bago. Travis Reeder's got the rock. He'll feed left side to McFarland, actually dumping it inside to Belk now. Off the screen pops Reeder, intercepted, taken back by Corey Neese. Neese is going to push on the near side, and he will hand off over to Wiesa. Wiesa now goes to Ottery. Off the screen pops Neese. Neese now inside the lane. Neese over a double team. He'll pass it over to Ottery. Ball fake inside. Ottery, a little block shot on the way. No. Foul is called. Offensive foul on Ottery. Offensive foul on Springs. And that's going to be on Colin Ottery. That is his first personal foul, the team's second. In for the Ledgers is Luke Gellings. And Ricky Stagbauer. Checking in is Eric Schmitz for Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Travis Reeder crossing the timeline with it. He's picked up by Ottery. And he'll feed McFarland. He's got it high on the left hand, or high on the right hand side. Schmitz popped out. He'll go left side Reeder with Ottery up in his left pocket. Ball fake looking for a screen. Finds one from Belk. Flips it out of bounds off of Springs. Winnebago Lutheran Academy basketball. Bago in their dark uniforms. They've got dark jerseys on, and they've got just the outline of their numbers in white. Have to Pay attention real close here to get the number. And that's going to be nearly picked off. They get it away. Shot on the way. 3-ball, no good from Timmy Edwards. And McFarland's there to chase the open ball down. Travis Reeder's got it. Left of the circle. Now dribbles on the left-hand side. And he goes over to Tim Edwards. Edwards now trying the baseline over the top of Wiesa. He's got to pass it up to Belk. Belk inside. McFarland off the screen, up and in. Weak side screen set up. McFarland goes to the rack off the window and in. 5-2 Vikings. 6-2 Vikings. Now inside. That one doesn't go for Springs. Eric Schmitz there for the rebound. Bring it across the timeline. He'll hand off to Reeder. Reeder now trying his way down the right-hand side. He'll dish it over to McFarland. Shot on the way. Little elbow shot. Doesn't go. Rebound taken by Gellings. He'll push ahead to Ottery. Ottery back to Gellings. Back to Ottery. They exchange. Now goes to Ottery. Ottery now flips it over to Wiesa. Ricky Stegbauer's got the basketball now. Stegbauer goes to Ottery. Ottery inside the lane. Steps up on a double team shot on the way. Ottery doesn't go. Rebound taken by the Vikings. They'll push a little tempo ahead here. Behind the back. Dribble comes Tim Edwards. Gets it stripped away. McFarland's there to gather it. Tim Edwards now down the right side. Shot on the way. Reeder, corner. No good. Too hard. Rebound taken by Ricky Stegbauer. Goes ahead to Gellings. Gellings trying to control it. He can't. Goes out of bounds. Turnover. Springs. Vikings basketball. Nice is going to come back in. And also in is Jacob Baker. And Austin Fine comes in now for the Ledgers as well. So some substitutions here. Almost a full line change for Springs. 6-2 Vikings. Halfway gone by here in this first frame on your scoreboard. Reeder's got the basketball now. He looks for McFarland. McFarland now touching it high on the left-hand side. A bounce pass, gathering it down low in the block. Now finds Tim Edwards. Edwards now with Ricky Stegbauer up in his left pocket. Now feeds Eric Schmitz on the left-hand side. Schmitz now dribbling it. Now finds inside to Will Ayer to the rack off the window. Doesn't go. Rebound inside, and a foul is called. Foul is called on Springs. I think that's Austin Fine. And they'll call it actually on Jacob Baker. That is his first, and that is the team's second for Springs. Will Aird at the free throw line for the Vikings. Aird is a 63% free throw shooter. Shot on the way, and that one is no good. It's too short. Checking in now for the Vikings is number 4 in Jackson Schroeder. He will come in, and Tim Edwards takes a seat for the Vikings. Will Aird, his second opportunity is on the way, and that is good. He hits 1 of 2, and it's 7-2 Vikings on your scoreboard. Baker down the left-hand or right-hand side with it. Now he feeds Gellings. Gellings loses it for a moment, regathers back to Baker. Baker now over to Corey Neese. Sweet move inside the paint, doesn't go. Rebound taken by the Vikings. They push up ahead, a little tempo here. Eric Schmitz will chase it down on the near side. Schmitz now behind the back. They dump it inside to Tim Edwards. Edwards flips it over, and that one's out of bounds. Tipped by Stegbauer, and they'll reset the offense. Good hustle down the court by Springs to get back. We see this this Viking team on a loose ball, on an open ball. We see them hustling down the court. We see them pushing a little tempo on these Ledgers. We talked about the tempo before the game. We talked about how Winnebago Lutheran Academy be able to answer the tempo for the Vikings against Springs. But so far it's been Vikings tempo with the lead by 5 points. Schmitz now will reverse it over left side to Mitch McFarland. McFarland now with Jacob Baker guarding him. Man-to-man set here for the Ledgers. Inside to Aird, up and under. Aird too hard, doesn't go. Rebound taken by Fine inside. And Austin will dish it over to a guard who will take it up the near side. Left side to Zach Hintz, who came in. Hintz from the corner feeds Stegbauer. Stegbauer's defender steps out on him. Corey Neese now. Neese down the lane, up and no good. Rebound, loose ball taken by Ricky Stegbauer. Stegbauer over to Hintz. Hintz back to Neese. They whip it around the horn. Looks to Baker. Baker, Neese. Neese now goes over to Hintz. Hintz inside. Rebound. Nope, up and in. It was going to fall off the rim there, but Zach Hintz scored, ending the Springs drought at a couple of minutes. 7-4 Viking lead. 2:09 left to go in the first on your scoreboard. Mitch McFarland over the top of Hintz. Pulls up, got to pass it away over to Eric Schmitz. Schmitz now tries to drive the baseline. He had a step on his man Stagbauer, and Stagbauer is forced to foul for the Ledgers. That was Ricky Stagbauer. Stagbauer, move your feet a little bit more there and try to get position, try to cut off that baseline. When you can't cut off the baseline, that's when you reach in or when you commit a foul because you got beat. Ricky not first man to the block there to cut him off. That's the third team foul on Spring. Some substitutions here. Eric Schmitz has got the basketball. Corey Neese is guarding him. Now up top to Schroeder. Schroeder to Aird. Aird, Schroeder. Back to Aird. Now finds Jordan Calkins, who came in for the Vikings. Under 1:40 left in the first frame. There's Calkins now. We'll feed McFarland. McFarland now goes to Schroeder. Schroeder back to Calkins, directing traffic at the top of the key. They dump it inside. Muscling his way to McFarland. McFarland, Aird, 3-ball, bang! Will Aird has got 6 points so far in the basketball game, 6 of the 10 for the Vikings. Ball is tipped and taken away by Mitch McFarland. McFarland trying to beat Ottery, and it's too hard. Rebound inside, shot on the way, McFarland again. That one he faded from the baseline and drilled it. So McFarland misses it down the stretch, but they get the offensive rebound, and Springs can't come away with it. Now a loose ball, bodies are on the deck, and a jump ball is going to be the call from the official, as I think Ottery lost it down the floor. Vikings jumped on it. Springs got the tie up in the jump ball, and possession arrow points toward Winnebago Lutheran Academy. All of the points for WLA have come from Mitch McFarland and Will Aird, 6 apiece. The Ledgers with 4 total points. The first quarter has been the Vikings' demise all season long. Of all the quarters, they score the least amount of points in the first quarter. Springs does. Vikings with 50 seconds left to go, leading by 8, 12-4 on your scoreboard. Reeder dribbling with the right hand, not making a basketball move. Nobody's come out on him yet. Maybe calling for the last shot as Jeremiah Hoffman of the quarter. 35 seconds left to go in the quarter. Reeder now has still got it, but the big S in front of us here. And 22 seconds left to go. Last shot here. We're going to set up for one final play. They'll go with about 10 seconds left to go. Reeder's got it now. They go with 12 seconds. Here we go. Bounce pass over on the left-hand side back to Reeder. Reeder finds Tim Edwards. Edwards back to Reeder. Tipped out of bounds. Ottery was there to deflect the pass there, and they'll reset. 7.2 seconds left to go. And a substitution coming in here is number 24, Noah North. North comes in for Ryan Belk, who will take a seat. One of the big men for the Ledgers, or for the Vikings, I should say. 5 seconds left to go. Reeder's got it now. Try on the left-hand side. Shot on the way from the corner. 3, no. Aird trying for the rebound, and inside, and he got the rebound. Tim Edwards. Nobody boxed him out, and Timmy Edwards came right in the lane and got a tip ball to go in at the buzzer for a rebound for Springs. Nobody boxed him out. We got a 14-4 ball game on your scoreboard. We're coming back after this. This is High School Sports on 96.1 TCX. Yep. Back here on top of the ledge, high school basketball is on 96.1 TCX. Back to action here. Those of you viewing tonight's game or listening in, I'd love to hear from you. Nick R, N-I-C-K-R, Nick R at WFDL.com. It's a 10-point lead as we begin the second quarter. Corey Neese goes off the glass and scores. Nobody stepped out on the baseline to get to Corey as Corey took it right down the lane. It's a 14-6 basketball game there, and they go inside. Will Aird can't connect on the open ball rebound out of bounds. It's off of Winnebago Lutheran Academy and Ledger basketball. Let's see if the Ledgers, they want to put together a little run here to begin the second quarter. Again, if you're listening in, we'd love to hear from you. Nick R at WFDL.com. We are streaming tonight's game as well. Tyler Weiss has got the basketball. He'll go to Ottery. Ottery now tries the right side of the lane, and he scores. Nobody stepped out on Ottery as well, so both teams making a little hay on that baseline, taking advantage of a slower defense. Vikings Reader goes to McFarland. McFarland's got it left to the center circle. Now he goes to Will Aird back between the keys. Aird gets fouled on the way down the lane. And a foul against Springs, and that's on Ottery. Brennan Ottery's first personal foul. That is the team's fourth. And Travis Reader to inbound the basketball here. Your opening half presented by Record Entertainment Disc Jockey Service. All the music, all the fun. Coverage in tonight's game from Edward Jones and their 5 financial advisors: Dan Sprader, Ben Berchi, Pam Tellefson, Steve Millen, and Doug Shinerman. A Fond du Lac. Visit them today. Foul is called again on Springs. That's on Brennan Ottery again. That's a second in about 10 seconds. And fifth as a team, and he's going to come out. Ottery will come out, and Zach Hintz will come in. Tonight's game presented by Team Sports, your full-service sports store. Equipment, uniforms, awards. To being a community partner, that's Jack's Team Sports, located on Main Street in Fond du Lac. McFarland has the basketball. McFarland and Tim Edwards lost it out of bounds. And the Ledgers go back on defense. Vikings to inbound again. 6:36 left to go in the half. 14-6 Vikings lead. 14-8, Vikings lead. Tim Edwards will touch it now on the right-hand side. They dump it inside to Aird. Aird flips it back up top to Edwards. Edwards, McFarland, good ball movement. Ledger's there to try to take it away, but the Vikings get it back inside. Belk to Aird, up off the glass, no good. Rebound taken by Kurt Miller, and they'll push numbers ahead. Miller now over to Neese. Neese now shimmy shake inside the paint, dumping it inside, and a foul is called. And this is going to be on the Vikings. And no, actually going to say turnover, Springs, as he stepped on the end line and out of bounds. So a turnover there, opportunity for a fast break down the lane for the Ledgers, but no goal. Vikings get the basketball back off the screen. Comes Reader over to Tim Edwards. Edwards now high on the left-hand side. Edwards now trying to find a seam in the Springs defense. He'll feed left side, looking over to McFarland, dumping it inside to Aird. Offensive charge against the Vikings. Offensive charge, we're coming the other way. That's going to be foul on Mitch McFarland. That is his first personal foul, the team's third for the Vikings. And Jeremiah Hoffman is going to take a timeout to think about things and discuss with his team. Ask about Bryant Thermal, geothermal that is, the most energy efficient system available. AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac and Bryant doing whatever it takes. AirTech Heating at 251 Griffith Street in Fond du Lac. 924-6742. That's 924-6742 for Bryant Geothermal from AirTech Heating. Special thanks to McBride Dental of Fond du Lac, Mancino's, Scotty's Auto Works, Muthig Industries, American Bank, Jackson Call Insurance, Van Horn Hyundai, Bauer Chiropractic, and Team Sports, Marine Park Technical College, and Winnebago Lutheran Academy. All sponsoring our broadcast and video streaming here tonight. KML leading the Flyaway Conference. Springs in second place, tied with Laconia for that second place position. Both of those teams were supposed to meet a couple of weeks ago, but they got snowed out. They'll make it up at a later date, coming up in February. So Springs plays Laconia twice in February. Corey Neese off the screen from Zach Hintz, up top to Miller. Now goes to Wiesa, who came back in. Wiesa can't get it to go. Loose ball taken by the Vikings. Edwards now, he loses it for a moment. Corey Neese on the deck with it. Jump ball. Possession arrow, Winnebago Lutheran. Yeah, the snow out game against Laconia was to be played in Rosendale a couple weeks ago, but that'll be played Monday, February 23rd. The first matchup will be February 10th, so those two teams will meet each other in a 2-week span. Should be fun. Vikings with the basketball moving to our right, across the radio dial right in front of us here. Corey Neese working on Travis Reeder. Reeder now goes over on the left-hand side to Noah Lorenz, who's into the lineup now. Lorenz now will feed over to Jordan Calkins on the left wing. Hawkins now touching it. Eric Schmitz has got it on the right-hand side. Schmitz inside of Lorenz. Back to Schmitz. Long two. Bangs out. No. Rebound taken by the Ledgers. Ledgers. Wiesa up ahead to Corey Neese. Dipping it inside to Miller off the window and in. That's Kurt Miller scoring for the Ledgers. His first bucket of the night. And got a 4-point game. And the Vikings have not scored so far in this quarter. Here's Mitch McFarland, the nifty guard for the Vikings. Hands off to Reeder. Reeder, nobody went with him. They dump it over to Lorenz, and another offensive foul. There's been a small village of those, and now officials stop play. I thought he was going to tee up somebody, but officials want to make sure the scores table has the correct individual with the foul, and the foul was on Travis Reeder. That's an offensive foul, his second of the basketball game. But again, we've seen a small village of these offensive fouls, and in this intercity rivalry game, you'll take momentum when you can get it. Both teams trying to build some momentum. Bago had the momentum in the first quarter. So far, Springs has outscored the Vikings 6-0 in the second quarter. Here's Ottery. He'll feed Wiesa. Wiesa inside the paint. Flips it over to Stagbauer, dumping it inside to Gellings, who lost it between his legs out of bounds. Listening to high school sports on 96.1 WTCX, Ripon, Fond du Lac, Oshkosh. Halfway gone by here in this second quarter. On the left-hand side, here's Schroeder. Schroeder now over to Calkins. Calkins, Mitch McFarland. McFarland back to Schroeder. Schroeder now to Calkins. Ball fake. Calkins behind the three-point arch. Now hands top of the key to McFarland. McFarland ball fake. Good defense, but the Ledgers can't stop McFarland. He's got such a smooth shot. Got some nice moves to get open. He's got 8 tonight. Zach Hintz has the basketball. He'll feed Stagbauer inside the paint. The handoff to Ottery. Ottery off the window on a layup is good. It's Colin Ottery. A little give and go for the Ledgers there. 6 points for Ottery. Back to a 4-point ball game. 3:18 left in the first half. Jackson Schroeder with the basketball for Vikings. Near over and back call, and trying to get it back is Gellings. Nice hustle, but got to get back on defense. Shot on the way, Schroeder, no good. Rebound by Hintz. Hintz a push ahead to Ottery. Kyle Krieger calling for tempo here. Wiesa there to rip it down, over to Gellings. Gellings, Ottery, thought about it, rips it back down. Dribbling to the right wing. Ottery on the perimeter, hands off to Ricky Stagbauer, back to Ottery. Nobody steps out. Ottery dumping it inside, foul is called. Foul is called on the Vikings. Coming in is Tim Edwards. Edwards and Aird about to substitute in for the Vikings. Ottery, who's got a couple of personal fouls, and Neese. They come back in for the Ledgers. Foul was called, I believe, on number 20, which would have been Eric Schmitz for the Vikings. Got about 30 or 35 viewing tonight. 96.1tcx.com. A 3-ball from Brennan Ottery in the corner. And we have a 1-point basketball game. It is a nifty 11-1 run for the Ledgers in this quarter. And we see Tim Edwards answer for the Vikings, 11-3 run now. And Neese trying from long range, doesn't get it to go. Ripped down by Mitch McFarland. McFarland now dribbling inside the paint, and he'll get fouled. He looked for Aird, who was open. but Mitch McFarland got fouled, and the foul called on number 24. That's Zach Hintz. And Hintz with his first personal foul, and that is the team's 6th. One more for Springs. WLA at the line. Foul substitution here. They will say he was in the act of shooting, so they'll put McFarland at the free throw line. Springs has not shot a free throw in the first half. The Vikings have only shot 2. Considering the amount of fouls that have been called so far, that's kind of surprising. McFarland misses off the right side of the rim, and he will shoot the second one. He was in the act of shooting, so he'll automatically get 2 here. And McFarland on the season, a 55% free throw shooter. Yeah, Springs 7-3 on the season. They're 4-1 in the conference. Winnebago Lutheran Academy at 3-2 in conference play. McFarland hits the second one. And Vikings at 7-4 overall. For WLA, a couple of conference losses, one to Laconia and one to Kettle Moraine Lutheran. So the two teams leading the division right now, leading the conference right now. Neese gets it stripped away by Calkins, and Hintz is there to clean up the mess in the backcourt. A bounce pass for Gellings. Gellings, Ottery inside of a double team. Ottery, a shifty move up the lane. Ottery bangs it in for the Ledgers. Ottery's heating up in the second quarter, pacing all scorers in the frame with 6 points. And trying to get it back is Belk. Belk got fouled on the way up. He'll go to the free throw line. Foul against Springs. Vikings haven't given up the lead yet, even though they've been outscored. At one point, the run was 11-1. Vikings have only scored 5 points in the second quarter so far compared to Springs 13. And that one falls in for Ryan Belk. Belk shot it. It rolled around the rim. It hit the backboard and rolled around again and fell in. Belk at the free throw line. Shot on the way. Got a high arcing free throw, and that one bounces off the back of the rim and no good. And here is Zach Hintz. Hintz will go to Gellings, who'll look for Miller on the weak side, out of bounds. Miller can't control it. Vikings come away with the turnover. 3-point ball game. Vikings on top. $1:27 left to go in the half. Coming up, your Badger Tire halftime show. Your 96-second Taco Bell sports ticker. Off the screen from Belk goes to McFarland. Now to Tim Edwards. Back to McFarland. 1:15 left to go. To Calkins inside. Belk over Miller. Shot on the way. 3-ball, no good. Rebound taken by Aird over to McFarland. McFarland, that one bounces off the right side of the rim. Good awareness by Belk to slap it away. And a foul is going to be called. The Vikings are doing a nice job of getting offensive rebounds and playing with their bigs down low. Foul is going to be called there, and that's on Ottery. That's on Brendan Ottery, and that's his third. Ottery's going to take a seat, I believe. Actually, correction on that. I'm sorry. That's on Zach Hintz. They put 23 up there first, but the foul was on Hintz. That's his second. McFarland at the line for a 1-and-1, a bonus. McFarland 1 of 2, and he misses the front end. And with under a minute to play, here's Corey Neese on the right wing. Neese will pass it up over to Tyler Wiesa. Back to Corey Neese, and Kyle Krieger calling for one final shot here. Ottery looks over to the left-hand side to Tyler Wiesa. Wiesa back to Neese. They skip it across court to Wiesa. Wiesa touches Ottery now. Has got it high on the left-hand side over to Neese, and they exchange. Back and forth they go with 25 seconds left to go. It's a 3-point game. Winnebago Lutheran Academy leading by 3, 20-17. 20 seconds left to go in the half. Ottery will touch on the left perimeter. Badger Tire halftime show is coming up. They go right side over to Tyler Wiesa. Wiesa ball fake to Corey Neese. Flips it across court. Looks for Ottery. 7 seconds to go. Ottery inside the paint. Throws up a shot. Goes in. 3 seconds left to go, and Springs has it back. Looking at the buzzer. Shot. 3-ball. No, referee called it off. Referee called it off. But your score at the half, Springs trailing 20-19 on your scoreboard. We will take a timeout and step aside. Your Badger Tire halftime report is coming up next. 96.1 TCX.
Are you ready to lock and roll? That's right, lock and roll. Prices are on the rise, but you can keep your auto costs from going up. Lock in your rate with the new rate protection endorsement from Erie Insurance. And you'll have the same premium year after year until you make a change in drivers, vehicles, or your residence. Rate protection from Erie Insurance. To learn more, contact us at Jackson Call Insurance.
Just one call to Jackson Call Insurance.
We need to talk about your future. Wait, I'll keep this quick. There's more than one recipe for success. Maybe you already have your heart set on a career. Or maybe you just want to do something. Either way, Moraine Park can help. Don't tune out. Do Moraine Park. Visit our website or call to get started. Moraine Park Technical College, for those driven to do. Hey, hook me up.
Jackson Call Insurance, sharing knowledge and building trust since 1956. That's just not a tagline. That's a standard we use in every customer interaction. I'm Mitch Call. Insurance is nothing more than a piece of paper and a promise. At Jackson Call, we make sure that piece of paper covers your exposures, and the promise is we'll always be there when you need us. At Jackson Call, our solemn oath is simple. At all times, we will provide you with the most comprehensive and competitive product available for you, your family, and your business.
Two things you only dreamed would come together. A delicious cheesy quesadilla wrapped around a beefy burrito. The new Quesarito from Taco Bell.
It's a deep freeze event at Van Horn Hyundai of Fond du Lac, Northeastern Wisconsin's Hyundai Giant.
Buy this brand new Hyundai Launcher for only $13,999 or $125 a month with zero down.
Buy this Hyundai Sonata for $15,999 or $149 a month with zero down.
Oh, it's cold outside, but the hot deals are here.
Because it's all about you.
Sale ends this Saturday at 5 p.m. GoVanHorn.com.
Off the ledge, we have your halftime score. Winnebago Lutheran Academy 20 and St. Mary Springs 19. Welcome into your Badger Tire halftime show. Taking a peek at your statistics here in the first half. Mitch McFarland for the Vikings with 9, 4 for Tim Edwards, 6 for Will Aird, and 1 for Ryan Belk. For St. Mary Springs, being paced by Colin Ottery with 10, 3 for Brendan Ottery, 2 apiece for Zach Hintz, Kurt Miller, and Corey Neese. Vikings jumped out to a 14-4 lead at the end of one. Then the Ledgers outscored the Vikings 15-6 in the second quarter, making your halftime score again 20-19. It was a game of runs, of course. Winnebago Lutheran Academy made a strong run in the first quarter. Springs got back into the ball game in the second quarter. Vikings have pushed tempo up and down the court. Credit them for playing Springs game and getting after it here. And you feel that the Vikings were just a little bit more aggressive in this first half than what Springs was. A lot of fouls called in this first half as well. Even some offensive charging calls going against both teams here tonight. So we'll see how the second half plays out. Your Badger Tire halftime show. 20-19, Vikings with the lead over the Ledgers on your scoreboard. Take a timeout, and we're coming back with more. This is high school basketball tonight on 96.1 TCX. being here. Nick Rush along with you. We have your Badger Tire halftime report. Your score at the half, 20-19. Winnebago Lutheran Academy in the lead on your scoreboard. Your 96-second Taco Bell sports ticker as we do a couple of national headlines for you. The Milwaukee Bucks, they're trailing actually the Utah Jazz 53-47. That game being played at the BMO Harris Bradley Center, and that game is at the half. Some local scores from earlier tonight. The Springs JV, they lost to Winnebago Lutheran Academy 49-44. The St. Mary Springs hockey team knocked off Beaver Dam earlier tonight. That game was at the Fond du Lac Blue Line at 5:30. 5-2 was the final score there. In wrestling, Laconia leading Lamira in a huge flyweight wrestling meet. That is going on as well. Watertown Luther Prep leads Columbus. That is at the half as well. We have a high school sports game on the radio tomorrow night from the Acuity Fieldhouse in Fond du Lac as the Cardinals get set to take on the Kimberly Papermakers. We'll have radio coverage just after 7 o'clock and video streaming coverage from Acuity Fieldhouse in Fond du Lac. Again, Fondy takes on Kimberly in boys basketball. We'll have that game for you right here on the radio and also video streamed online, 961tcx.com. That does it for your Badger Tire halftime show and your 96-second Taco Bell sports ticker. We'll come back with the second half after this on 96.1 TCX. Vikings did a great job of that. Corey Neese, a three ball. That one's short of the mark. Taken by Will Aird. Gets it to a guard. McFarland down the far side. Mitch McFarland now inside the paint. Pulls up from inside the free throw line, up and in. Mitch McFarland, about a 12-footer, good. 22-19. They whip it down the court to the Ledgers. Ledgers now, Ottery will chase it down. Colin Ottery passes it over left side to Tyler Wiesa. Wiesa for Neese. Neese right of the wheel to Miller. Miller to Ottery. Ottery from the screen. Miller, a little give and go. Miller down the left side of the lane. No. Rebound taken by Aird. Misses a short shot inside. Ledgers had a nice look there. But again, the rebounding bugaboo hurts the Ledgers. Vikings get the rebound. Tim Edwards now will pass it over to Belk. Belk now inside the lane. Now gets the post move over Miller. Belk now flips it over. Shot on the way. McFarland, a three, bangs in. And that's Mitch McFarland. And there is a 5-0 run to begin this second half by the Vikings. Ledgers try to answer here. Corey Neese tries it on the left-hand side. Neese now on the baseline, got to work it. Shot on the way, and that's a three, and that's missed. Ottery for the rebound scores. Ottery there to clean it up for the Ledgers. Ottery's got 12 in the basketball game. 2 minutes in, 25-21 Vikings. And here's Reeder, and he'll throw it away. Tim Edwards cut one way, the ball went the other way. Reeder a turnover intended for Vikings Edwards. Hintz comes in, and Tyler Wiesel will take a seat for the Ledgers. Again, the Ledgers moving in front of us in their home white uniforms, the white jerseys, the white shorts there. Corey Neese working on the near wing. Neese now for Miller off the screen. A little give and go off the glass. No go. Rebound out of bounds. Vikings basketball off of Hintz. And so far, we haven't seen as many fouls called in the first couple of minutes of the half. But, yeah, foul situation. Springs gotten a little danger in the first half, but try to regroup things here in this second half. Springs has to work on rebounding here in this second half as well. Vikings out-rebounded them by a wide margin. Aired from long distance, doesn't go. Long rebound, Corey Neese, a little 2-on-2 to Gellings, can't control it. Out of bounds, off of Edwards. Springs basketball. Look for Gellings down the chute. Gellings coming out. Ottery coming in. Hintz, Neese, Ottery, Miller on the floor for the Ledgers. Aird and Belk, along with Edwards, Reeder, McFarland on the floor for the Vikings. Foul is called. This one might be on Edwards. And what a body contact there by Tim Edwards. That's his first personal foul, the second for the Vikings of the half. Substitution here as number 10, Jordan Calkins comes back in. Yeah, the Vikings have lost a couple of difficult games. They lost against Laconia in a buzzer-beating 3. That was last Tuesday, the 13th. Then they won against North Fond du Lac, and they lost against Ripon. Ripon, one of the top teams in Division 4. They're good. The Tigers good this year. Corey Neese tries the left side of the lane. What a foul, what a contact there by the Vikings. I think that's on Belk. And that's going to be Belk and his second personal on him, the team's third. Springs schedule, they've won 2 of 3, beat Mayville, beat Random Lake in non-conference play Monday night here at the Ledge. Lost in Jackson a week ago Friday, 58-46. They played with the Chargers for the first half, and things kind of fell apart in the second half. Vikings try to get back on the winning track here. Vikings were, or Ledgers, I should say, were ranked in the state. Division 4 earlier this season, fell out of the rankings with a couple of tough losses here. Neese makes the first. And he will shoot a second one here. But Kyle Krieger gets him ready to play each night. But again, the Ledgers falling out of the top 10 in the state. Makes a second one. You want to be playing your best basketball when you come to turn the calendar to February. February's a big month. Trying to get playing your best coming into regionals. Make a deep run in the postseason. Edwards cut off on the baseline. Foul is called on Springs. Thinks that's on Ottery. Actually, they'll count Ben Palmer, seeing his first action of the night. He gets a foul called on him. If you are listening into the game tonight or viewing tonight's game, you can send me an email. Give you a little shout out there. Nick R at WFDL.com. That's a 2-point basket. And that's a 2 by Tim Edwards, who's got 8 points. Corey Neese gets tied up in the paint. From the corner, Ottery, good. 3-point bucket by Colin Ottery, and he's got 5 in this quarter and 15 for the game. 2-point game. 28-26, so a 5-0 run for the Vikings to begin, and the Ledgers have answered their run. Foul is called again on the floor. That's on number 24, Zach Hintz. That's his third personal foul. That is the team's second. And Travis Reeder coming in as well. Got Michigan Herb listening in, enjoying the live stream broadcast in Michigan. Grandson is Kurt Miller. So again, Herb Miller listening into the broadcast. There we go. A shout out from Michigan. The weather is up there. It's mild here, into the 30s today, and little 30s action tomorrow on the weekend too. Look, it's good. Calkins has got the rock on the right wing, and he'll feed it over on the left-hand side to Jackson Schroeder. Schroeder now to Will Aird. Aird now to Calkins. Calkins over right side, Eric Schmitz, who checked in. Schmitz now looks for number 15, Joe Haraway, who's into the lineup now for the Vikings. Vikings now running their man-to-man offense. Ledger's on defense with a man-to-man set. Pass now to Joe Haraway to Aird. Aird now on the right side off the screen pass play there as Jackson Schroeder dumping it inside. Will Aird mid-range jumper. That one doesn't go. Rebound taken. They go ahead to Wiesa. Wiesa, nice layup up and in. Tyler Wiesa with his first bucket of the ball game here, and got a 28-28 basketball game with 3:09 left to go in the third quarter on your scoreboard. Joe Haraway has got the basketball. Schroeder now will touch for the Vikings. Off the screen pops Jordan Calkins. Calkins high on the right-hand side, and they'll go foul called. Offensive foul is called on the Vikings, and Jeremiah Hoffman said, "What was that?" Foul is called again on the Vikings, and that's on number 20, Eric Schmitz. At the fourth as a team, Belk comes in. Aird will take a seat. Ricky Stagbauer coming back in for her. Got a 28-28 ball game. And Ottery will bring it across. Ottery will go to Ricky Stagbauer. Ben Palmer. Palmer weak side to Gellings. Can't find a shot. Flips it over. Ottery, three. In front of the rim, no. Rebound. Out of bounds. Foul. No, they'll just say out of bounds. Palmer was the last one to touch it for the white shirts. Officials don't choose that. Palmer will take a seat, and Kurt Miller comes back. They progressively get better in finding the bottom of the net as the game goes along. Winnebago Lutheran Academy, their weakest quarter is their third quarter. They throw it away here, 28-28. Here's Corey Neese, right side, doesn't go with it. And there with the rebound on the other end, coast to coast, Schmitz, Schroeder, no good. Rebound taken by Joe Haraway. Haraway flips it in the corner, and now here's Schmitz again, and it's out of bounds. And for Springs comes Colin Ottery. Ottery for Neese will take a seat. And with 2:06 left to go in the quarter, got a 28-28 ball game. Here's Schroeder to Haraway. Haraway dribbles over on the right-hand side. On the far right side extended with under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Haraway will touch now to Schroeder. Back to Haraway. Ball fake on the right perimeter. And he'll go to Mitch McFarland. McFarland. Rebound taken by Joe Haraway. Haraway flips it in the corner. And now here's Schmitz again. And it's out of bounds. And for Springs comes Colin Ottery. Ottery for Neese will take a seat. And with 2:06 left to go in the quarter, got a 28-28 ball game. Here's Schroeder to Haraway. Haraway dribbles over on the right-hand side. On the far right side extended with under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Haraway will touch now to Schroeder. Back to Haraway. Ball fake on the right perimeter. And he'll go to Mitch McFarland. McFarland drawing a double team. Now goes to Schroeder inside. And Ryan Belk thought about it. Now rips it back down looking for Schmitz. No. Rebound taken by Kurt Miller for the Ledgers. Miller goes up ahead. And he'll feed Ottery. Ottery back to Colin. Back to Brennan. Three. No good. Too hard. Rebound taken by Eric Schmitz. Schmitz will flip it ahead to McFarland with 1:25 left to go in the quarter. Joe Haraway high on the right-hand side. Back to McFarland. McFarland, crossover dribble, working on Gellings. He'll leave left of the circle. Right of the circle for Herwig. Herwig's got the basketball. Schroeder now back to Calkins. And Herwig actually now will touch on the right side. Now looks to McFarland. 3-ball corner short of the mark. Rebound taken by Miller. Miller hands off to a guard. Ricky Stagbauer will go to Ottery. 45 seconds left to go in the quarter. Got a 28-28 ball game. We've been tied at 28 for a couple of minutes now. Here's Colin Ottery. Ottery now will feed Ricky Stagbauer left of the circle. Stagbauer has got it high on the left-hand side. Now back to Ottery. Ottery will touch right of the wheel. 20 seconds left to go. Ottery now feeds, and ball is going to be nearly intercepted, and that's going to be a foul on Schroeder, as Schroeder tried to get Ottery out of the way to get the basketball. However, they'll call a foul on Jackson Schroeder. And a foul is called again on him. And Ben Palmer, I should say Miller comes out. Neese comes back in. So shooters on the floor for the Ledgers now. Got a 28-28 ball game. Ledgers are looking for their first lead of the night. And with 13.1 seconds left to go to the backcourt as the basketball. Here's Ottery. Ottery to the forecourt with it. 8 seconds left to go. Here's Colin Ottery. He'll feed left side. Shot 3, no. Rebound taken by Mitch McFarland. 2 seconds left to go. McFarland got fouled. McFarland got fouled. It will be either on Ottery or Gellings. That'll be on Gellings, okay. If that was on Ottery, that would have been his third, I believe, but that's on Gellings, his first. And 0.2 of a second left to go. Not sure if there's even time to launch one. They'll inbound it in the backcourt. And they will launch it, and no. They tried for a little alley-oop to McFarland, but no dice. 28-28. Final 8 minutes of the basketball game when we come back on your scoreboard. This is high school sports on 96.1 TCX and video streamed at 961tcx.com.
It's a deep freeze event at Van Horn Hyundai of Fond du Lac, Northeastern Wisconsin's Hyundai Giant.
Buy this brand new Hyundai Launcher for only $13,999 or $125 a month with $0 down.
Buy this Hyundai Sonata for $15,999 or $149 a month with $0 down.
Oh, it's cold outside, but the hot deals are here.
Because it's all about you.
Sale ends this Saturday at 5 p.m. GoVanHorn.com.
Are you ready to lock and roll? That's right, lock and roll. Prices are on the rise, but you can keep your auto costs from going up. Lock in your rate with the new rate protection endorsement from Erie Insurance. And you'll have the same premium year after year until you make a change in drivers, vehicles, or your residence. Rate protection from Erie Insurance. To learn more, contact us at Jackson Call Insurance.
Just one call to Jackson Call Insurance.
Also, April Aird, listening into the broadcast here tonight, says, "Let's go Vikings." David Brandenburg checking into the broadcast here tonight. So thank you so much, everybody, tuning into the stream. Corey Neese, long range, front of the rim, no. Mitch McFarland's got a number down low, finds Reeder off the glass, up and in. There's Travis Reeder for the Vikings scoring there. He's got 2 points tonight, his first bucket of the basketball game. 30 seconds in, Ledger still clinging to a lead, 30-28 inside the paint. Throws up a shot, no. Rebound taken by the Ledgers. Ledger's Corey Neese on the left of the circle, finds Ottery. Ottery shimmy shake, finds Neese left of the wheel. Neese now will fake the handoff and go inside. Shot, low block, no go. Rebound taken. It's going to be taken by Belk. Belk now goes to Timmy Edwards. Edwards, McFarland, three, no good. Rebound taken by the Ledgers. Tyler Wiesa flushes it ahead, looking for Ottery. Ottery to Brendan Ottery. Ottery Miller, low block shot, bangs out. No. Rebound taken by the Vikings. Back and forth we go. 2-point ball game in favor of the Vikings. McFarland's got it on the right side. Right wing is McFarland, dribbling back between the rings off the screen from Aird, looking for a give and go. Can't find Aird, streaking down the near side. Now here's McFarland, or here's Reeder, and a traveling call. They would have had a wide open shot to the rack, but it traveled with it, walked with the ball. 30-28 in favor of the Vikings on your scoreboard here. Pretty good game, back and forth we go. But the Ledgers have not had the lead. They've had the momentum, but not the lead here tonight. And Colin Ottery throws up a shot from the right elbow, no good. And Tim Edwards to clear ahead for the Vikings. Look to Mitch McFarland. McFarland back to Edwards. Edwards with Ottery guarding him. Travis Reeder comes to it. Guarding him is Ricky Stagbauer to the left elbow. And he'll feed Mitch McFarland high on the left-hand side. McFarland to Aird. Aird between the rings. He'll flip it over on the right side to Reeder. Reeder leaves for McFarland. McFarland inside to Aird off the glass. Aird no good. Rebound inside. Belk can't get it to go. And there's a rebound, defensive rebound for the Ledgers. Ledgers push ahead. Now they look to Ottery. Ottery now feeds Ricky Stagbauer from the free throw line. Finds Ottery. Ottery back to Brendan Ottery. Now looks over on the right side. Looks for Wiesa. Wiesa to Ottery. Timmy Edwards. Ottery down the left side of the lane. Up and in for Colin Ottery. And Ottery has got 7 in this half. 17 for the game. Pacing Springs tonight. Colin Ottery. Got a 30-30 ball game. Low scoring affair. Teams getting after it. Points are tough to come by for both squads. Right side. Now here's Mitch McFarland. Intercepted by Colin Ottery. Ottery on the far side. Goes off. Foul is called. And he was going for a shot there as Tim Edwards got tied up with him up the backboard. No. But foul is called again on Tim Edwards. That is his second personal foul, and the 6th as a team. So watch that. Watch the foul situation as we progress along here in the final 4:53. Ottery has got it. Free throw line, no. Colin Ottery again has got a game-high 17 points. Ledgers have been outscored in the basketball game in the first half, 20-19. It was a tie ball game, again at 28 apiece as we began the second portion of the half, the fourth quarter. And Springs gets their first lead of the night at 31-30. And here's Winnebago Lutheran Academy trying to answer that. Ball is slapped away by Gellings and Edwards to inbound for the Vikings. Again, Springs with their first lead tonight, coming at the 4:42 mark, 31-30 on your scoreboard. Elsewhere in the conference, Lemira's in Rosendale taking on the Spartans of Laconia tonight. KML is at North Fond du Lac, and Mayville is at Omro in the flyaway tonight. Full slate of games in this conference. Back to action here, 31-30 Springs. Springs was outscored at the end of one, 14-4. They were making it closer in the second quarter, just down by 1 at the half. Ottery pushes it ahead to Neese off the glass. Corey off the window and in. And Corey Neese scoring there, and he's got 6 points in the basketball game. It's a 3-point cushion for Springs. Now here's Mitch McFarland answering, and he does. Mitch McFarland scoring there, and we got a timeout on the court. We'll stop play. And we will come back after this. High school basketball tonight on 96.1 TCX.
Jackson Call Insurance. Sharing knowledge and building trust since 1956. That's just not a tagline. That's a standard we use in every customer interaction. I'm Mitch Call. Insurance is nothing more than a piece of paper and a promise. At Jackson Call, we make sure that piece of paper covers your exposures, and the promise is we'll always be there when you need us. At Jackson Call, our solemn oath is simple. At all times, we will provide you with the most comprehensive and competitive product available for you, your family, and your business.
It's the time for an inspection on your heating system. AirTech Heating of Fond du Lac in Bryan, doing whatever it takes. Call 924-6742 or stop on by AirTech's new location at 251 Griffith Street in Fond du Lac. That's AirTech, doing whatever it takes. Coverage in tonight's game presented by your 5 Edward Jones financial advisors, Dan Sprader, Ben Berchi, Tam Tellefson, Steve Millen, Doug Shireman of Fond du Lac. Give them a call today. Also a reminder to stop on by Team Sports. From equipment, uniforms, awards to being a community partner, that's Jack's Team Sports, South Main Street in Fond du Lac. Looking forward to serving you across from Veterans Park in Fond du Lac. Back to action here as we go the final 3:50 in the basketball game. Got a 33-32 game in favor of the Ledgers. Scoreboard, Corey Neese has got the basketball here for Springs, and he'll feed on the left-hand side to Tyler Wiesa. Now he'll look for Colin Ottery. Ottery to Neese. Neese now bringing it back by the mid-stripe, and over on the left-hand side to Tyler Wiesa. Ottery now touches it for the Ledgers. Ottery now finds Brendan Ottery streaking down the near side. Now going to Colin Ottery on the left-hand side to Brennan. Brennan now back over to Corey Neese. 3:14 left to go. 1 point cushion for the Ledgers. Ledgers with their first lead of the night in the fourth quarter. Brendan Ottery streaks down the lane. Can't find anybody, and a traveling call. Colin Ottery turns it over for the Ledgers. Don't have an official statistic on turnovers here, but both teams have had their fair share of turnovers. Springs has done a better job of rebounding the basketball here in this second half. First half was a nightmare for the Ledgers in rebounding in that battle. Vikings have the basketball now, and they get tied up. Gellings got tied up with Mitch McFarland. Again, if you are checking into the broadcast here tonight, I'd love to hear from you. Nick R, N-I-C-K-R at WFDL.com. Got some listeners out of state, again in Tennessee and Michigan. Listening in from the nation's capital as April aired tonight in Washington there. And David Brandenburg checking into the broadcast here too. Mitch McFarland has it now. McFarland crossover dribble at the top of the key, and he'll leave over on the left-hand side for Jordan Calkins. Calkins to Aird, who pops out from the block. Now goes over to Calkins. Calkins inside to Aird. Aird now, and that's intercepted by Springs. Big turnover there for the Vikings. Vikings had a shot to take the lead back, but with 2:22 left to go, Springs has it on their end of the court, working right in front of us to our right. Corey Neese by the center stripe, and he'll hand off to Ottery. Ottery losing momentum. They almost had him for a double team, but he scoots away. Corey Neese with 2 minutes left to go. They'll flip it over to Colin Ottery. Ottery, they'll try to play keep away a little bit. Brendan Ottery touches it now high on the left-hand side. Now to Corey Neese in the perimeter. Now it goes to Colin Ottery, left side. Looking for a trap. Double team, can't find it. 1:48 left to go. It's a one-possession game. And a foul called on the Vikings. Foul is called on Calkins. I'm sorry, on Eric Schmitz. That's his third personal foul, and that is the team's 7th. So now, Vikings with 17 fouls means Springs are shooting free throws. And we have Zach Hintz coming in, and he'll take a seat. He'll come in for Tyler Wiesa. Again, these two teams split last year during the regular season, each winning on each other's home court. Springs has won 4 of 5 in the battle. Neese connecting there. And in for WLA is Edwards. Comes back in for Calkins. He'll take a seat. Back in 2011 they split, but since that point it's been pretty much all Springs. Corey Neese making both free throws. He is making 4 of 4 on the night. 1:44 left to go. 35-32 Springs. With it now is McFarland. McFarland, a look shot on the way. Wild shot by Belk. He can't get it to go. Down low in the block. And they try to make something happen there on the front court, and a foul is going to be called on the Vikings as they try to bring it up the far side, and somebody ran into Corey Neese, and a foul is called. I think that's on Aird. That's his second. And at the free throw line is Corey Neese, who was just there moments ago. Corey Neese at the free throw line for the Ledgers, and he's a 67% free throw shooter. Can we have a game for you tomorrow night from Acuity Fieldhouse in Fond du Lac? Shot on the way. Corey gets the first, earns the second. Fondy takes on Kimberly. We'll have that game just after 7 o'clock here on 96.1 TCX. We'll have more games next week at a full slate of games. Check our website for the complete Radio Plus Sports updated broadcast schedule, 961tcx.com. Minute 20 left to go. Neese hits them both. Ledger's biggest lead is 5. They have that now. Reeder cut off on the baseline by Neese. Reeder will try the right-hand side. He'll leave at the top of the key. Looking for Edwards. Edwards gets tied up by Hintz, and a jump ball. Jump ball. Possession arrow points toward the Ledgers. Good job by Zach Hintz to get tied up to try to take that basketball away. And with 1:10 left to go, 37-32 Springs. Ledgers with a full timeout. We will come back after this. This is high school basketball tonight on 96.1 TCX and video streamed at 961tcx.com. Take
Two things you only dreamed would come together. A delicious cheesy quesadilla wrapped around a beefy burrito. The new Quesarito from Taco Bell.
It's a deep freeze event at Van Horn Hyundai of Fond du Lac, Northeastern Wisconsin's Hyundai Giant.
Buy this brand new Hyundai Launcher for only $13,999 or $125 a month with 0 down.
Buy this Hyundai Sonata for $15,999 or $149 a month with 0 down.
Oh, it's cold outside, but the hot deals are here.
Because it's all about you.
Sale ends this Saturday at 5 p.m. GoVanHorn.com.
Back here, 48 seconds left to go from on top of the ledge. It is 39-34 Springs, and got a tie-up and got a foul there. Girls basketball tonight, Waupun losing to Kiel, 42-38. So Kiel and Plymouth tied for first in the Eastern Wisconsin Conference. So Kiel knocking off Waupun and getting girls basketball earlier tonight. At the free throw line is Colin Ottery. And Ottery, 4 of 5 from the free throw line, all coming in this quarter. Springs making their free throws, making it awfully difficult for Winnebago Lutheran Academy to try to mount a comeback here. But Ottery missing the second of 2. 40-34 two-possession game for the Vikings. Vikings with Travis Reeder with the basketball now. Reeder pulls up from long range, 3-ball, no. Rebound going to be tipped around, taken back by Belk, and Belk lost it out of bounds. Off of WLA Springs basketball. I'll say it was off of Belk. Ledgers coming to the other end with it. And they'll call a foul, actually. Not out of bounds, they'll call a foul on Ryan Belk. And shooting free throws is Gellings on this end here. Ottery at the free throw line. Shot on the way, and that one is good. By Brendan Ottery, who's got 4 points so far tonight. Brendan Ottery with, on the season, an 86% free throw shooter, second on the team. Brennan, and he's good. And he has 5 tonight. 29 seconds left to go. Long range McFarland 3-ball, no. Rebound taken. Gellings fighting for the loose ball along with the Winnebago Lutheran Academy, and Gellings just got popped a little bit in the face there as he went down. And Gellings is going to come out. And coming in is Tyler Wiesa. Gellings is going to go to the training staff right now and get it looked at and go to the locker room. 21.6 seconds left to go. Got a timeout on the court. We will take a timeout as well and step aside. We're coming back after this on 96.1 TCX. Back here at 96.1 TCX, we are video streaming this game as well at 961tcx.com. 42-34, and it's been a dismal quarter for the Vikings as far as scoring the basketball. They've scored only 6 points in this final quarter. And on the season, for necessarily the case, they normally score the most points in the fourth quarter. Their best quarter is usually the fourth quarter, but not tonight against this Springs defense. And 21.6 seconds again left to go. 42-34 Springs as Gellings continues to get medical attention. I think he's got a bloody nose along the far side of the gym there. And officials are waiting to inbound the basketball here as we have a little blood on the court, so they'll take care of that. We'll take a timeout, and we'll come back after this on 96.1 TCX. And we're back here at St. Mary's Springs Academy. 42-34, the Ledgers with the lead on your scoreboard. Coming up, your Anders Auto Parts post-game show. Also, your Moraine Park Technical College player of tonight's game. Your play of the game from Mancino's Pizza and Grinders. And your Moraine Park Technical College player of the game, along with your turning point of the game from Team Sports as well. Set to get back to action here after they clean things up a little bit. 21.6 seconds left in the basketball game. Vikings trail. Shot on the way from Ayer to long distance three. No. Corey Neese is there for the rebound, and he'll outlet ahead. Looking for Wiesa. Wiesa for a layup. Wiesa, no good. Rebound inside, foul called. Foul on Reeder, and that will send Ottery to the free throw line with 9.3 seconds left to go. And Travis Reeder will get his third personal foul there. And that will put Brendan Ottery again at the free throw line for the Ledgers. Coming up, another game tomorrow night. Kimberly hosting, or Kimberly at Fond du Lac from Acuity Fieldhouse. We'll have that game for you on the radio here. Full game, full slate of games next week. Next Tuesday, we'll be in Lamira for Winnebago Lutheran Academy and Lamira. Shot on the way, and that one's good by Ottery. He's got 4 of 4. He's got 7 on the game. 8 seconds left to go. Colin Ottery's going to come away with the steal there, and that will do it from on top the ledge. Your final score, 44-34. Springs with the win. We'll come back with your Anders Auto Parts postgame show after this on 96.1 TCX.
Are you ready to lock and roll? That's right, lock and roll. Prices are on the rise, but you can keep your auto costs from going up. Lock in your rate with the new rate protection endorsement from Erie Insurance. And you'll have the same premium year after year until you make a change in drivers, vehicles, or your residence. Rate protection from Erie Insurance. To learn more, contact us at Jackson Call Insurance.
Just one call to Jackson Call Insurance.
We need to talk about your future. Wait, I'll keep this quick. There's more than one recipe for success. Maybe you already have your heart set on a career. Or maybe you just want to do something. Either way, Moraine Park can help. Don't tune out. Do Moraine Park. Visit our website or call to get started. Moraine Park Technical College, for those driven to do. Hey, hook me up.
Jackson Call Insurance, sharing knowledge and building trust since 1956. That's just not a tagline. That's a standard we use in every customer interaction. I'm Mitch Call. Insurance is nothing more than a piece of paper and a promise. At Jackson Call, we make sure that piece of paper covers your exposures, and the promise is we'll always be there when you need us. At Jackson Call, our solemn oath is simple. At all times, we will provide you with the most comprehensive and competitive product available for you, your family, and your business.
Two things you only dreamed would come together. A delicious cheesy quesadilla wrapped around a beefy burrito. The new quesarito from Taco Bell.
It's a deep freeze event at Van Horn Hyundai of Fond du Lac, Northeastern Wisconsin's Hyundai Giant.
Buy this brand new Hyundai Elantra for only $13,999 or $125 a month with 0 down.
Buy this Hyundai Sonata for $15,999 or $149 a month with 0 down.
Oh, it's cold outside, but the hot deals are here.
Because it's all about you.
Sale ends this Saturday at 5 p.m. GoVanHorn.com.